They look like psychos? Is that what they looked like? They were vampires. Psychos do not explode when sunlight hits them. I don't give a fuck how crazy they are.
Of course you had to pick that one, man. Why didn't you just pick like Selma Hayek saying you're going to be my slave or something like that?
I was hoping it was going to be the pussy.
Oh, I thought about pussy.
That's a lot for a listener, especially the first time. They're like, oh, I like this film. And then that's the opening. They're like, oh.
And that is a long like he does that for a good, 20 seconds?
I have the whole thing. It's coming at you later.
Is that your one-liners?
It is.
All right, that's awesome.
I've got some of it.
I just put all the pussy stuff. Anyways, we're gonna get started here. Welcome to Screams and Streams, the podcast that looks at the best and worst horror movies as rated on Rotten Tomatoes from 1970 onwards. I'm your host, Chad, and with me are my co-hosts,
Sam
and
Mike.
Be sure to check us out on Instagram. Our handle is @ScreamStreamPod. Also, check out our website, screamsandstreams.com, for more information about the films we are looking at. Just a warning, if you don't like spoilers, we recommend that you stop listening now, check out the film, and then rejoin us for our discussion. Today we are looking at a film suggested by a listener. It is Robert Rodriguez' 1996 film, From Dusk Till Dawn. It scored only 65% on Rotten Tomatoes? Bullshit. Let's get into it. Sam, you're going to give us our summary?
Mm-hmm. The Gecko brothers, two dangerous outlaws on a wild crime spree, kidnap a father and his two kids and head south to a seedy Mexican bar to hide out in safety. Soon they realize that they're not in a typical bar, as the entire place begins to teem with vicious, blood-sucking vampires. With the odds stacked greatly against them, the Geckos are forced to team up with their hostages in order to make it out alive.
There you go.
Yep.
That's exactly what happens. All right, Mike, what are we drinking today? We are moving into sinister sips.
Today we are drinking Santanico Pandemonium, named after Selma Hayek's character, from Secret of the Booze.
Secret of the Booze.
Yeah.
I like that.
I do too.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers, guys. It looks nice.
Well, that is better than I thought it would be.
I like that. Yeah, that is
I don't know.
I like it. Yeah.
That is just tequila, simple syrup.
Oh, it's the tequila.
Lime juice. And then
I was like, something in there that tastes like something I don't like. Here's the tequila.
And red wine floated on top.
I like the red wine, and then I got the...
And then you got the little back taste of tequila in there.
So sad.
When I floated the red wine, I'm like, I don't see how this goes together, but that is quite nice.
Fine.
All right, now we're going to go into our first impressions. I'm going to kick us off with my first impression of the film. This is not my first time watching this film. I've seen this about 4 times. I do enjoy this film. I think it's fun. I think it's a silly vampire shoot 'em up movie, but it does have the quintessential Tarantino bits in it that make it like very disgusting and kind of sick and twisted and stuff like that. So I did really enjoy this film again, and I do like this movie. Mike, how about you?
Same as you. I've seen this a few times, and I really like it. It came out at the perfect time, sort of in Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez's career as well. Like,
right.
It fit. It felt so nice. I haven't watched it in a while though, so rewatching it, and I'll get into this in my fright run, right? But rewatching it and just that sort of, it's 2 different films. There's the pre-Titty Twister and post-Titty Twister.
Which is the name of the bar, by the way.
Yeah, it's the name of the bar. Right? There's not a scene where there's like a purple nurple
People
scene.
Are just titty twisting
all over the
each
place.
Other.
All the vampires, that's how they defeat them.
That'd be amazing. How is there not that scene in this movie? But I forgot how dark the opening half was.
The opening section is quite disturbing.
Yeah, very disturbing. And I really liked it. And it was just like, I enjoy Tarantino, but I enjoy his writing from the 90s more than his current or more recent films.
Right.
And so this was just like, dipping the toe back into the comfort pool of what he used to do. Really liked it. And then once it got to the vampires and it just went off the rails, I was on for the ride for that. So I really like this movie.
That first section really reminds me of Natural Born Killers.
Yeah.
Yes.
In a way, like how it was maybe supposed to be, because
he wrote the script. Yeah.
Oliver Stone took it and adapted it and made it not the movie that Quentin Tarantino wanted.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of where that launched off of. But it is pretty different from the monster movie that you get later on.
Yeah.
And Sam, what did you think? First impressions of this film?
I agree with what Mike said. It does seem like 2 different movies, but I kind of liked them both. Like, even though it goes off the rails in the second half, I liked it. And like you said, you're out there for the ride, and it was fun. And yeah, I really enjoyed it, actually.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I watched this, I knew nothing about it. I just knew it was Tarantino and Rodriguez. And so watching it, I was like, okay, we're in for this like caper film.
Right.
And then just being like, what the fuck when the vampires came out? Because I did not know that was coming.
Yeah.
It
was so
totally
good.
shifts, right? Like they get into that bar and then it turns into this crazy action film.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty wild.
Yeah, my husband watched this one with me, and he doesn't watch many. He's watched a lot of shit. And he's like, holy shit. He loved, like, the first half is like his vibe of movies. Like, he loves, he's like, and I actually had started watching the first 10 minutes and I stopped because I was like, I think he'd like this.
Yeah.
So then I put it on for him and he loved it. And then it got to the vamp. He's like,
Kind of lost him in that part.
Yeah, he watched it and stuck it out, but you could tell the first half he loved. So
you'd never seen it before?
No.
Wow.
And I hadn't seen the whole thing. I think I'd seen parts of it. Like, I remember certain things, or maybe I just don't remember the whole film, but I definitely didn't remember enough to be like, yeah, I totally have seen this before. It's good. So yeah.
Cool. And now, since we're talking about the undead, let's talk about things that have been done to death. Our tropes hall of shame. Sam, actually, let's get you to kick off. What are a couple of your tropes that you found in this film?
The preacher's daughter, always. And then fleeing to Mexico as well.
Oh, yeah.
Just,
Let's get out of Dodge. We got to get to Mexico.
yeah.
There was a killing scene and there was gothic operatic music playing in the background.
Yeah.
I had that. And I also had a preacher losing his faith.
I had that one,
and just misguided, doesn't know where to go kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mike?
So I had, this quite often happens in these kinds of movies where there's 2 brothers on the lam or on the run.
Oh, yeah.
One's cool and one's the loose cannon, slightly uncontrollable.
Yeah.
With
I
Seth.
had that one as well.
Seth and Richie. Was that the names?
I think so.
Yeah. Seth and Richie. And then the tired alcoholic sheriff.
Oh, yeah.
It's a hot day. Give me that Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
Drain my lizard.
We're going to get high tonight.
You got to drain my lizard. He drinks a beer while he's chatting him, and then he gets a thing of Jack Daniels. Yeah.
I appreciated the beer. Like, just like in uniform, drinking a beer.
Yeah.
Chatting away.
I love how he's also got that, like, how do I explain it? Like, the almost like the security guard, tough guy kind of thing, where because he says, those guys come my way, they're going to be it's going to be like a shitstorm or whatever he says. Like, he's ready to go. And I was like, yeah, I don't know, man. They killed like 3 cops on the way out of there. Are you going to be able to gun them down? Sam, did you have any others?
Yeah, I had, I don't know, being in Nam, fighting in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Which they would have because of conscription, but.
I had him as the cigar smoking badass, but same thing.
And then a house or building being built on an ancient burial ground or significant piece of like history.
Yeah. I had the montage scene with the weapons, like getting all the weapons, and they're like, we got to go through all this stuff and see what we can do for a weapon.
Yep.
I'm not sure, like, was that a jackhammer, George Clooney, and then put a stake into that jackhammer bit?
I guess so. Instead of having like, I don't know how jackhammers work. Do they get loaded with concrete breaking bits?
Well, I think it's just like a regular drill where you get a bit and you can put. I actually don't know, but I think you get a bit on it. But
I watched.
It seems weird that it would be you could like get a stake in there.
Also, super ineffectual.
Not a good weapon. By far the worst weapon of the bunch.
Yeah.
It's
fucking cool.
You're committed to like drilling this guy for however long. Meanwhile, your flanks are open.
Yep. Yeah. It's not a quick turn. It's long. It's
no, it's very cumbersome. Not a great weapon.
Unless you have heavy too. Like just pulled up.
But it looked cool.
It did really look cool. It's like, I'm gonna take this one. Sam, did you have any others?
I just said a hot chick dancing with a snake seems to be done in a lot of Is that a thing that people are into? Like, people are like, I want you to.
I was in this movie.
Well,
we'll get to
it was great.
Titillating later.
It was great. But at the same time, like, I've never, like, you go to the strippers or wherever and you're like, Yeah, dance. It's like, oh, you know what'd make this better? Is if
A
you had-
metaphor for the phallus.
Well, I know, that's what I said. I said in here, I get the snake is a wiener, but why is it?
I get the snake is a wiener.
You know what's even funnier about this whole conversation is I was watching that scene saying to myself, like, I'm going to have to defend this somehow to Sam.
Oh, I think she looks fantastic.
She
It's
looks
great. It's
amazing.
hot. Like, I get
the
it.
snake. It was like, I'm going to have to defend this snake somehow.
Yes,
Like,
you do.
every
And
guy-
I knew that you guys are gonna be like, well, it's a wiener, and I'm like, I literally have it in my notes. I get the snake is a wiener, but is this a thing that people want? It seems overdone.
yeah.
So, anyways, there you go.
Get the snake is a wiener.
We know each other very well.
Mike, did you have any others?
So I didn't know if this was a trope or if you're going to have it later in your titillating maybe, but the Tarantino foot fetish comes up quite a bit. in
Oh,
this.
all the
That's-
time. Yeah.
Juliette Lewis's feet. And like, I'm sorry. I felt so bad for Selma Hayek where she had to put her foot
In his
into
mouth.
his mouth and
Yeah.
pour whiskey down her leg.
Yeah.
Like just knowing what we know about Tarantino now, like, oh,
I put that in the gratuitous. I had both those. Like, I was like,
He's a big fan
Oh,
of the
yeah.
feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's always, bare naked feet in his films. Yeah.
yep.
What's funny is that it didn't really come up as conversation until way later. It's like, did nobody watch this movie? Because like those close-ups on Juliette Lewis's toes is just like, oh,
I know, and I was like, and they're kind of like,
I'm
I
not a
call them
foot-
hand toes as well because they're like really long.
Oh yeah, she has
like-
finger toes. Yeah.
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 Yep. So yeah.
All right. We don't need to attack her toes.
No.
We both just saw that they were long. That's all. And
And they're not my
finger
thing.
toes.
They're not my thing. Yeah.
and I'm
But they're
not into it.
obviously Quentin Tarantino's because Uma Thurman has the same kind of feet, I would say.
Yeah.
So
In
you
that-
noticed too.
And
Not on your high horse, are you, Chad?
I knocked
Has the
down
same
a peg,
thing.
but we just don't need to insult. I don't know. Whatever.
All right, I'm not
Who
insulting
cares?
Juliette Lewis. Okay. And then my other trope was just hiding the bite, right? When Sex Machine gets bit.
Yeah.
And then he hides it.
I love that name.
Sex Machine.
I loved him.
What's your name? Sex Machine. Hi, I'm Kate. I'm Sex Machine.
Nice to meet you, Kate.
Yeah. I'm out. Sam, did you have any others?
Just it seemed like they had unlimited bullets. Like I know they refilled like in a couple of the scenes, but lots.
They tried to show, but
Yeah.
especially with the shotgun.
Yeah.
He was constant. One of the things I hate about shotguns, just in movies, period, are that they always even when they don't have to, just to hear the click.
Yeah.
And it just seemed like, he never ran out and just going with the bat. And does that really stop vampires? A
No.
bat through a shotgun?
Well, like they said, Peter Cushing's did it all the time.
I guess.
I like that reference.
All right, we're going to move on then. So, how would this film not happen? Mike.
I put the gas station clerk should have stood up on 2 and shot Richie. Right when it's like, I'm going to count to 3. You stand up and shoot the bottles. 1, 2. The gas station clerk should have been standing up with his gun out at that point.
Right.
Wait for Richie to pop up and just bang, 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 cap his ass.
Right.
And then wait for Seth to do whatever he needed to do. But instead he's like, oh. So that was my
Yeah.
don't. That was my don't.
Okay. Sam?
Don't stay in shitty motels,
Oh, yeah.
especially if
Oh,
you
yeah.
have a camper. Like just go camping.
But he wants a real bed.
I know, but
I don't understand why.
I
And
know,
why
and-
is he like, yeah, this place?
The kids both tell him too. They're like, I don't want to stay here. And he's like, well, I just need to sleep. He's obviously exhausted.
Other places have pools and tennis courts, and, clean bathrooms.
And not murdering,
Yeah.
murdering brothers.
Anything else? No?
Originally I did say don't cause shenanigans in a shitty bar in Mexico because I don't know, do the vampires come out every night then? No, because then there wouldn't be locals and stuff there or anyone else.
New bikers every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
You have to have, and they're in the middle of nowhere. They wouldn't have. So what is it that made the vampire?
So if he hadn't punched Cheech Marin or the pussy speech guy,
Yeah.
if they'd have just ignored him,
Yeah.
nothing would have been set
Yeah,
off.
that's what. So that was my last one. Don't cause shenanigans at a shitty bar in Mexico.
Yeah. And as a North American traveler, 100%.
Yeah, but those guys are angry and they're obviously they're like George Clooney has anger issues and Quentin Tarantino's character has other issues. So yeah, I don't know.
But Harvey Keitel was 100% right. He's like, you've already won.
Yeah,
that's true.
The entire state of Texas is looking for you and you're in Mexico. Like just
learn to take a win.
Take the win.
Yeah. But that's when that guy grabbed him and told him that they were going to leave, right?
Yeah.
Okay, my don't go back in the house is there were multiple times that they could have ratted them out that would have ended the film. For instance, right at the beginning with the sheriff, if he would have said, "Hey, I got some problems," like they could have probably maybe those two girls would have died, but those guys they had a big shootout in the liquor world.
Yeah,
it would have ended it. And they're at the border. There's tons of cops and stuff. Those guys are just in the bathroom, and they had no idea what he was going to tell them. So if he would have just said, someone's in the bathroom, it would have been done.
They have my daughter, so don't overreact right away.
Yeah. Like he even goes in and she's pretends to be doing her business, but I
never got why she sold it so hard too. Like she could have been the one that she could have
jumped out of there.
Or look to the side or something.
Yeah. And it was just kind of unbelievable about how much noise was happening in that bathroom and how small that bathroom is. And yet there was nobody that was like, something's going on in here.
Richie's getting louder and angrier and his voice doesn't carry.
You're calling me a psycho. Why are you calling me a psycho? It's like, maybe chill the fuck out, Richie.
This moment here is why I said it.
Indeed. Alrighty, so now we're going to move on to our one-liners and see what caught us in this film that we enjoyed. I had a couple that I'm going to kick off with. Mine was, excuse me, where are you taking us? Mexico. What's in Mexico? Mexicans.
Oh, I had that one too. Yeah.
I also had when he comes in and he's dinging on the bell in the hotel room, and the guy's like, what the fuck do you want? And he's like, room, you grumpy.
Grumpy old bastard.
He's like, I want a room. I can't find the quote, but I had it. Yeah. So those were my first two. Mike, what did you have?
I had the sheriff at the gas station, like, beer on a long, goddamn, miserable, shit ass fucking day, every inch of the way. Oh, so good. And then another one after Richie has killed Gloria. And it's like, why would you do that? He's like, she would have said something. It's like, that woman wouldn't have said shit, or she had a mouthful full of it.
Yeah.
Like that one.
Sam?
I had this one more so just because of the context or what kind of happened after. They were saying what's this bar? Where are we going? And the Titty Twister. I was told you can't miss it. And it's literally the most outrageous bar I've ever seen.
The neon fingers pinching the nipple. And I was like, oh my God. And there's flames shooting up on the sides.
Yeah.
The weird thing is, I almost feel like I could see that on the road to the all-inclusive. Go to Cabo Wabo or this.
Titty Twister. And then another line I had was, he goes, do you serve food here? And then the reply is best in Mexico. And he goes, I highly doubt that.
Yeah. So I had Cheech Marin. He does, I know you guys have this, but this is at the very end. And he says, if you could find cheaper pussy anywhere, fuck it. Is that what? I also had, and I can't remember. I didn't put who wrote this down, but I have. You know what everyone says about me, huh? I suck. And then, but I can't remember who said that. If that was Salma Hayek or if it was a vampire.
I don't know who said it. Yeah, obviously a vampire. Yeah,
but I can't remember where it came from. But I know I heard it.
It's in the film.
Mike.
When Richie and Seth are driving into the motel and Richie's like a 4-year-old, like, do they have cable? Do they have this? Do they have that?
Oh, yeah.
I just love Seth. He's like, they have 4 walls and a roof. That's all we need.
Yeah.
And then that's paralleled by the dad.
By the dad is like, they have a bed. That's all we need.
Yeah. So that was one I liked. And then I can't remember where this one is either. There's just like those acts of gods really stick it in and break it off, don't they?
That's after he talks about his wife dying.
Yeah,
I think that's in the get to know you time in the RV. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But I thought that was a great line.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah. Sam?
I had the conversation between Seth and Jacob. So Seth goes, so what are you, Jacob? A faithless preacher or a mean motherfucking servant of God? And then Jacob goes, I'm a mean Servant of God.
Yeah.
Like, I really liked that.
Yeah.
And then another one between Jacob and Seth as well. They're talking about his son, who's
Scott?
Yeah, I guess. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Jacob goes, well, he's my son. And Seth goes, how does that happen? You don't look Japanese. And he goes, neither does he. He looks Chinese.
I love that line.
Yeah,
And he
that
goes,
one's
oh, well, excuse me all to hell.
Yeah. I like that one.
Neither does he.
Yeah. I just had two more. One was after they basically obliterate the whole bar. They look over and say, now let's kill that fucking band.
And then the band just like pieces out.
They're just out.
I loved how they were still going too.
Yeah, they're playing through the whole thing. Yeah. And then my last one is the one I already had said earlier was the sex machine. It was, what's your name, girly? Kate. What's yours? Sex machine. Nice to meet you. And that'll end it for me. Mike, did you have any others?
Yeah, I wrote this one down not because it was a great line, but I love the delivery. And it's when he's pouring the whiskeys for everybody. And it's like, Kate, have another one. She's like, yes, I'll have another one. Thank you. She's just so excited to be drinking.
I know, yeah.
Just trying to be prim and proper. I'm an adult now. And then I did like later on where it's like they're upset about the loss of Richie and that. And he's like, fight now, cry later.
Right.
Yeah. Like, just get it done. I think he says it to Kate after the dad's died.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah. Sam?
Should I do the pussy one?
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
go ahead.
All right.
All right.
All right. Pussy, pussy, pussy. Come on in, pussy lovers. Here at the Titty Twister, we're slashing pussy in half. Give us an offer on our vast selection of pussy. This is a pussy blowout. All right. We got white pussy, black pussy, Spanish pussy, yellow pussy. We got hot pussy, cold pussy. We got wet pussy. We got smelly pussy. We got hairy pussy, bloody pussy. We got snapping pussy. We got silk pussy, velvet pussy, naga hide pussy. We even got horse pussy, dog pussy, chicken pussy. Come on. You want pussy? Come on in, pussy lovers. If we don't got it, you don't want it. Come on in, pussy lovers.
What is Nagahide pussy?
It's
I
like,
don't know what Nagahide is.
I looked it up actually. It means, because I didn't either.
That's amazing.
It's an artificial material designed to resemble leather.
Oh, man.
So like old Palm Beach tanned out pussy.
Made from fabric coated with rubber or vinyl.
Like the woman from There's Something About Mary.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. Oh, my Lord.
I also like when Juliette Lewis walks up, he's like, apple pie pussy.
Yeah.
And then it goes later on when they're talking about the half price. Attention, pussy shoppers. Take advantage of our penny pussy sale. If you buy one piece of pussy at regular price, you get another piece of pussy of equal or lesser value for only a penny. Try and beat our pussy for a penny. If you can find cheaper pussy anywhere else, fuck it.
Yeah.
I also love the cheaper value.
The equal or lesser value. Yeah.
Who's the judge?
It's like the poor woman that's just like, oh, I'm on the discount rack.
Oh,
She's
man.
the naga hide.
That's right. Yeah.
It's lesser value. All pussies are beautiful, just saying.
All right, moving on. That was amazing, Sam. Thank you so much for that. So now we're going to move into what didn't hold up as well in this film. And actually, after that long read, Sam, we are going to start with you. So what didn't hold up for you in this film?
The vampires dissolving.
Oh,
It was inconsistent.
Yeah, super inconsistent. The colors were also inconsistent as well. Like there was black and green.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if there's anything to do with that. And then I also said the eyes exploding and like flying out actually made me laugh out loud.
Yeah. Mine, I thought the transformation looked a little old.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the effects just aren't as awesome as they used to be. And I also thought that the weaponry was inconsistent. So I wasn't sure, like sometimes the guns would kill them, sometimes they wouldn't. Sometimes it exploded them, sometimes it didn't.
Yeah.
Sometimes they could kill them with this, sometimes they couldn't. And sometimes they It seemed like they died when it was convenient to the story.
Yeah, because they really established that you can shoot them multiple times and they get back up, and then suddenly they're still using bullets. It's like, that is the one weapon you should just give up on.
Yeah, like George Clooney had a handgun all the time and kept reloading it and shooting at them. And I was like, those things don't work. But then they would die.
Yeah.
Like he would shoot a couple. I know I saw in the montage thing, he was putting little crosses.
Yeah,
on
doing
it.
like the holotip kind
Yeah,
of.
so I don't know if because they put a cross on it, that's pretty lame.
Yeah.
But if that is what did it, but the shotgun stuff wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
Like the shotgun, it shouldn't explode a whole vampire, but.
No.
See, I can see if he had blessed the shot or something, because he blessed the holy water, but had he blessed the bullets, that would have made sense or something.
Yeah.
Or if they'd shot them to slow them down and then staked them. But no, yeah, you're right. They like full on death.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh.
So those were
This movie's unbelievable.
Yeah. Those were my two. And then Mike?
So one of my doesn't hold up is when Richie or Quentin Tarantino has been shot through the hand and they're driving in the car.
Yeah.
And I understand they're just kind of showing like they're rough, tough guys. And he takes the duct tape and he wraps up his wound, which holy shit. Okay, fine. Stop the bleeding. But then he takes a mouthful of whiskey and spits on the wound. Like, one, you've already wrapped it. So that whiskey, that alcohol's not getting there to disinfect it.
You're
but also,
spitting on the tape. You're not the wound.
And you're getting a mouthful of saliva and germs and spitting it.
Yeah.
Like,
I
whole thing.
Just pour
I
it
had
right
a
on.
note in that as well. I was like, why didn't you pour the whiskey on your wound where it's open, as opposed to wrapping it up and then spitting in it? Like, it's just, I don't know. It's like, it just, there's no reason.
I'm such a badass. I want gangrene and sepsis.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing is that hand would be, and then he got stabbed in that same hand. But that hand would be pretty sore. I don't know. He'd be really up for it. And I would think he'd be getting sick.
Yeah.
Like he would be starting to drop off.
Yep.
As that day went on.
And then my other one is Seth's rule speech to Gloria. It just felt unnatural. Where he's like, rule number 1, no noise, no questions. If you make a noise, Mr. 44 makes a noise.
Oh, yeah.
Like it just like, I really appreciated the dialogue of the opening. I think Tarantino writes very good dialogue, very good characters. And that just felt too lame.
Too forced.
Yeah. So it just doesn't hold up.
Wouldn't they have already had that speech like while she was in the trunk of the car? Because she was picked up way.
That was to Kate, wasn't it? Or was it
to
the
Gloria?
It was to
Oh, it was
Gloria.
to
Take her out,
Gloria.
yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
You're a
like-
plant. Plants don't make noise.
Right.
Yeah, because she like was from the original scene. Like we don't see it like from before the gas station scene. So she was in that car in the trunk, just like melting. But she would have already like
Suffocated or overheated. Yeah.
overheated. But like she would have already got the speech. Like they would have already said like, I don't know.
Keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
Sam, did you have any others?
I had a big one on just the transformation. I said I appreciated that the vampire transformation was quick. A couple of them were okay, but I said it was definitely very 90s. Like,
yes, very Buffy.
Yeah. Yes.
There you go.
And they also had like the Batman cowl issue where it's like their heads were frozen and they had like massive, was that deltoids?
Yeah, they had those huge traps. That's your trapezoids. Yeah. They had these massive traps coming from their ears down to the ends of their shoulders. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah.
I did appreciate that they were all different looking for the most part, besides the end scene, which was fine. And then another one I had was I thought the brother and sister were really weird. And I don't know if that was intentional or just bad acting.
I think it was just awkward acting.
Yeah, they seemed really awkward.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The whole thing.
Especially at the diner. And it's hard because Keitel is a powerhouse. And so you've got Keitel acting with these Juliette Lewis. I love her. She's good.
Yeah.
But she is not the strongest actor, I would say.
It depends what she's in.
Yeah.
I loved her in Natural Born Killers and in California.
Yes.
Like she is amazing in those films.
Is she like, I don't know if she was trying to be like naive and like awkward and
she
like
was
a
trying to
child,
be
right?
too nice and trying to be like this sheltered
preacher's daughter.
Yes. Yeah.
I just thought it was
But
weird.
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, both
Yeah.
I was kind of
And
like,
he, Scott was his name, the son.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was pretty weak.
yeah. Both
Like-
of them I was kind of like, ooh.
Any others?
I had one more. The scene at the end where all the bats come
Oh.
to the
Oh,
bar.
Yeah.
And they're hitting the door. The way that the doors were moving was so like comically like.
Yeah. Like the bats are like, fly back and forward. Fly back.
It was like, it was like, and
Battering ram.
Yeah,
stuff,
but it didn't match. Like it was like because you could hear them all hitting. But yeah, it just like was like.
You know what I loved about that though? Like with those not necessarily about that part, but when they were trying to plug everything up, they used people's body parts
Yes.
to shove into the holes.
So good.
I just laughed at that. I was like, oh yeah, that's awesome.
I didn't like the bats down the tunnel because it looked like they kept catching up to the people running away. And it's like, no, but they're still ahead. But then the next angle is like, no, but they're catching up. No, but they're still ahead.
Yep.
Yeah.
That happens in a lot of movies. I think it's I don't know if it's the changing of shots or how they do it, but there's a lot of times where you're like, oh, he's almost on top of them. And then in the next scene, he's farther back. He's like 5 feet back from them. And you're like, well, why is he like, I thought he almost had them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it happens a lot in film.
It does.
All right. So speaking of that, what happens a lot in film, we're going to go into most gratuitous scene. Mike, can you give us your most gratuitous scenes, please?
My first one is I might be stealing from the titillating, but the number of shots of the topless dancers.
God damn.
Like teenage Mike loved it. Adult Mike loved it as well. But it was just like, okay, come on. Like
I loved every minute. I'm sorry. I can't agree with you. That gratuitous, not enough.
More.
Scene should have been 20 minutes long.
I guess, yeah, maybe I'll redefine the category. A lot of, but not too much of. My next gratuitous was just the explosion at the end just went on and on and on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Sam?
Mine was the foot stuff. Just that was I have a couple comments on it, and then
It's too much foot stuff.
but I thought too, like I didn't buy when the first vampire chick,
Salma Hayek.
Salma
Her
Hayek,
character,
her
whatever.
character. When
Santanico Pandemonium.
was that the name?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
How are you supposed to know that? Do they ever say that in it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess when he introduces her.
Oh, yeah.
Santanico Pandemonium.
But she goes and finds like the one person with a foot fetish. It's like if you were at a bar, like, and you had a dancer come up to you, and it's like, and they shove their big toe in your mouth, like that's a bold move.
If it was Salma Hayek, like I'm not a foot person, but if Salma Hayek stood on the table and put her foot on my chin
and poured whiskey down her legs,
I would be 100%
suckle them toes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Like Salma Hayek is a goddess.
Yeah. But yeah, I just thought it was kind of funny. She just targeted in on the foot fetish guy and was like, yeah, I know what you'll like.
Well, and I bet you Quentin Tarantino, when he gave the script to Robert Rodriguez, was like, so in this scene, this is happening to me.
Don't shoot me below the waist.
Yeah. I don't think we need that scene, Quentin. Yes, I'm the writer. Yeah. It's happening. Yeah.
It's necessary. Integral part of the plot.
The story does not make sense
without
Salma Hayek.
We cannot move forward. I didn't really find anything that was super gratuitous in this film, so we're going to move on to terrifying or titillating. I'm going to start this one off because I've been super excited about this category. It's the only horror film. So obviously the bar scene when they walk in, and there's all the ladies dancing and stuff like that. Super attractive women, all topless, dancing around the bar. How could you not love that?
Yep.
And Salma Hayek's amazing. She's so beautiful in this film.
Yeah.
Even with the snake, or that represents the penis.
Wiener. I said wiener.
The wiener. Sorry.
Don't misquote me on
Wiener.
that.
I said wiener. Even with that, she's amazing. My complaint is, she's supposed to be this head vampiress, and she's only in the film for 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought she would have had, even when I watched this, the first time, I remember watching it the first time, and I was like, she's dead? I thought she was going to be the queen, almost like the queen of the damned that, tries to get everybody to rally around her to kill the group. But
Right.
yeah, it just didn't end up that way. So, Mike, what did you have?
My first one was the news reporter played by Kelly Preston when she's reporting on the mass string of murders. I just felt like is giving serious fuck me eyes to the camera. Like rewatch them because she is just like smoky, seductive eyes down the camera. She's like, they killed 2 cops, and it was just like, I want a woman to look at me like that
she
in the
seems
bar.
excited.
Yeah, but she is titillated.
This is where I got the natural born killers thing, was because what Robert Downey Jr. characters in Natural Born Killers is like very excited about all the death and everything like that. She seems very excited, like it's almost erotic how she's reporting the news.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Yeah.
I didn't catch it, but
I'll rewatch it for that.
I will.
Or ask your husband.
I will.
Or ask your husband.
I will. I'll ask him.
Did you notice Kelly Preston staring you down the lens? Yes, I did.
With fuck me eyes.
Yeah. And then the other one was Salma Hayek.
And Sam?
I had the same couple of things for titillating. Just so many half-naked chicks. Salma Hayek looked incredible. I said a plethora of tits is what it says here. And then for terrifying, I actually popped in the thought of being trapped somewhere. So the one thing, like,
that's good
for the time, like for the time frame, like not being able to leave, and then you have to like fight, and essentially you're stuck there is terrifying to me. So.
Yeah. No, those are really, really good ones. I totally didn't put anything terrifying in that. Just the titillating.
That's fair. That's fair. Honestly,
all about that. Okay, so
this was a horror movie.
Yeah. Huh. Weird. All right, so jumping off on that, we're going to go into Stood the Test of Time. And Sam, we're going to hit you up again. What was a couple of yours stood the test of time?
I really liked the blood, and I really liked the teeth. And I specifically said I liked Sex Machine's teeth when he first transformed, and he kind of goes, ooh, and you can kind of see like they looked pretty real. They looked good. So I liked that. And then I said I really liked the scene after Seth shot Richie. He got killed right after the transformation. I liked the scene because he at first was like, no one kills my brother, like nothing like that. Yeah. And then after he like has his transformation and then is killed, the daughter just says like, are you okay? Like it's a lot. Like that whole scene was a lot, and you can kind of see the emotions going through the brother at that point too. So I really liked that whole scene.
Yeah. It was very well done.
My stood the test of time. So Sex Machine kills a guy on the pool table. And I thought that looked really, really cool. Like the way he hit him and then stabbed him, and then he, I think he burst into flames or whatever. Yeah. So I thought that one. I also really liked the big guy.
Frost?
Yeah, was he the one that ripped the heart out of the one guy? Yeah. Anyways, he had a couple of really cool scenes. He had that one, and then he had the one where he just body slams 4 chicks into the table legs. The table legs.
That was like, one of mine.
Boom, 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 boom. And then he walks away.
All right.
I love the way it was shot too, because like he flips the table and just like body slams 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you see them all like just.
And then they pan out and they're all just there. They don't do like where they like bubble away or anything. Yeah. They're just there dead. Yeah. So those were my 2. Mike, what did you have?
My first one, I wasn't sure whether to put it into eerie or ear splitting or test of time, but Graham Revell, he did the score for this. So I've really enjoyed movies he's done. So like Sin City, Titan AE, Blow, The Saint, Spawn, The Crow.
Oh,
so he stands the test of time for what he puts into films. And then my other one was just for building up. Again, if you don't know that this is going to become a vampire movie, when Seth gets back to the motel room, and he's like, where's the woman? And Richie points like, oh, she's in there. And he opens the door and you don't see exactly what's happened, but they flash.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's just like hint of blood, hint of violence.
Yeah.
And then eventually he moves out of shot and you see what happened to her. And
just in the background.
Yeah. I really like that scene.
Really disturbing, really builds the tension of what is this movie going to be?
Yeah.
And what the fuck did Richie do to her?
Yeah. And even the fact that like Seth was like, fuck, like, yeah, that's fucked.
I really liked Clooney in this. Like,
he was great
when that happens, and he's just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, and then he blames himself. Like, is it me? Like,
Yeah.
I'm a thief. Is this what you think I do? Like, I don't do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even though Clooney is obviously a very flawed individual as well, he's like,
He has a moral compass.
yeah. Tarantino's character is fucked up.
Mhm.
Yeah. Sam, did you have any others?
I said that character, like just
Oh yeah.
Richie?
yeah,
Yeah.
it was just really, really well done. I also liked the scene where the dude, I think it was the Vietnam vet, where he's playing dominoes. And the girl's dancing on the table, and like he's trying to make dominoes, and it's like shaking, and he's like, "Fuck!" Like, just a naked chick above him. And
I did like that because the first time you see it, he only has one level, and he's like, "Oh!" And then he finally, and then when Salma Hayek walks by, he has a second level.
yes,
Yeah.
so good.
Okay, and with that, we're going into our laugh out loud moments. Mike, what was your laugh out loud moment in this film?
My first one is I loved when the gas station attendant is lit on fire, jumps over the counter, and then all the popcorn just starts popping.
The popcorn was amazing.
It's such a great little beat. It's just like good effect. And then I also loved from the same almost part where Richie and Seth are walking away from the gas station. It's like, low profile. What don't you understand about low profile? Meanwhile, in the background, like the gas station's
just blowing up in sections too. Yeah, that was pretty awesome. Sam?
I liked when Richie looked through the hole in his
Oh,
hand
yeah,
and like
yeah.
looked through at Clooney. I thought that was hilarious. And then I loved Sex Machine, and I loved his dick pistol guy.
Oh,
like
yeah, that's in
anytime
there too,
that popped out, I was like, that's funny.
Yeah.
So stupid. But
Yeah. Mine was the torso guitar with
Yes.
the band.
Oh, I think I had that in What the Fuck.
Just jiggling around as he's playing. It's like,
that is in my what the fuck, yeah.
that was one of my favorites. I didn't really have a lot of laugh out loud moments. Sam, did you have any others?
I had just the concept of like you're trying to take your kids on a wholesome vacation after your wife dies.
Yeah.
And then you end up at the Titty Twister as a hostage. Like just that concept. I was thinking back, made me laugh.
And having to be like a counselor to these
Yes.
two fucking degenerates
Yes.
that
Yeah.
are trying to like kill you and your family. Yeah.
And you stumble upon a vampire like lair. Just a wild concept. And then we mentioned it before, but the band being there at the end, like
Yeah.
still playing after everything.
I just didn't get why their instruments suddenly become corpses. Like, do they have roadies that run out? Like, oh, it's on.
Yeah. It's time.
It made no sense, but I was just like, I
especially,
just
like,
thought it was so funny.
At first, you don't quite get what it is, and then there's one shot where like the head is like bobbing off the end of the guitar while he's strumming away.
You're
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, there it is.
I did have one more. I meant to put this in my one-liner, but I missed it. And so I'll put it here. It's like, welcome to slavery. No thanks, I have a wife.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and with that last crack, we're going to move into eerie to ear splitting. I'm going to kick us off with that one. I don't really have a lot, but I do have one note about the audio in the film. And it was just the constant growling of the vampires, like the vampire noises. When he was behind the bar, it was pretty eerie.
Yeah.
When the bats all flew in, I thought it was kind of ear splitting.
Yeah.
So there were some good moments and some moments that I thought could have been dialed back a little bit. But for the most part, I thought the sound effects, especially when you hear all this rolling around and then he gets up with his shotgun and his bat like to make the cross, and it's just a full bar of vampires. I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty creepy.
Mhm.
So that was my eerie to ear splitting moment. Mike, what was yours?
I really liked, and I don't know if it comes later in the film, but it's definitely during the opening half of the film. And it's this deep, bassy, like ominous hum every time Richie's on screen or something bad's going to happen. Like it just built the tension and just like, what the fuck is going to happen?
Yeah.
And it just creeped me out.
They did a really good job with the shots with him, like going from, especially, I know like you didn't love the toes, but going back and forth from her feet to his face and just being like how creepy that was.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it was.
They did a great, like, Tarantino's not the best of actors, but he was really good weirdly as a
Yeah.
creepy foot fetish guy.
Yeah, he's usually a bit part in a lot of the films, but yeah, it was he really sold this one.
Yeah.
Sam, what did you have?
I said nothing was really like overly offensive. I said music was fine. I did say that at the end, the punching and kicking sound effects were too much. So it was over the top for me, but I think it was just because there was so much punching and kicking. So the whole last.
It's a lot of punching and kicking.
Yeah.
And with that, we're going to move into our what the fuck moment. So, Sam, can you give us your what the fuck?
Mine was the dead person guitar. So
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that was mine. I was
Nice,
like,
nice.
So I was like, what is, oh, okay.
Mike?
So mine, like during the pussy speech, I understand the attraction of a lot of the types that are available, but I was just like, bloody horse, dog, chicken, what the fuck? Like, and even now that I know what Naugahyde is, I'm going to add that to this list.
Yeah, people are into different things, I guess.
Mine, I would say my biggest what the fuck was why it took, was it Carlos? The guy they were supposed to meet at this bar?
Yeah, Carlos.
Yeah, why it took him so fucking long to get there?
Yeah, why Dawn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if it was going to be Dawn, then why did they arrive there so early? Like, why didn't they just sleep in the RV
Yeah.
Yeah.
then show up there the next day, kind of thing?
Yeah.
I don't know, just a little, because when it all went down and everybody's dead and they walk out, and I was just like, why the fuck did they wait so long to, and if it was going to be that long, like, why'd they even come there? Like, I'm not arriving at a place 8 hours before I'm supposed to meet a guy.
No.
Right.
So I don't know.
Or if Carlos knows they're fleeing the States and that's when they're going to be arriving, get there at the start of the night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, what? Yeah. Anyways.
Call them up. Call them up and say, hey, I'm in Mexico. When you free? Like,
That's
they're
right.
relying on a lot of things to get across the border and a lot of pieces to get into place. And my thought on that, I was like, was Carlos, until the very end, I guess, but I was like, was Carlos trying to put them in there so that they
you'd
would
think.
die?
Maybe.
Like, and
So
that
that
was the
he
plan.
could get
so
all
then,
the money?
yeah. That was
Maybe.
my maybe thought, but
But then he plays it really well to be like,
yeah, and that's
like,
what, as soon as
what?
Why
afterwards
this
you're
fucking
like,
place is
wait
like,
a minute.
it's just a place as good as any other. It's just,
I saw the sign.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. And
Anyways.
why Dawn? Like, that's early to
Yeah.
meet up to switch money. Like,
Yeah.
it seems.
See, and this is almost in the shadow side, but it's like, part of me wonders, like, is El Rey like hell or something? Like, because he's like, oh, you don't want to be there.
Right.
It's for people that are dead, maybe. I don't know. But I think I'm reading too deep into it.
When Kate goes,
Like, I'll come
can
with
I
you.
come with you? And he's like, do you know where I'm going?
Yeah. Because I was like, oh, it's like he's already dead. This is like going on. But I think that's being too philosophical at that point.
Right. Yeah.
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 Probably for the last 30 minutes of the film.
Yeah.
All right. And moving on from there, we're going to move into our back it up moment. Mike, what did you have for your back it up moment?
My back it up is really the first part of the film, almost up till Keitel's family comes into it. At first I was like, oh, this gas station scene, I could like, that's a back it up moment. It's so good.
Oh, yeah.
But then the motel is upsetting, but so well done. It's like, oh, that's a back it up scene.
Yeah.
But and then when they finally, like when it's the morning and the family's eating breakfast in the motel diner, that's where I was like, I'm done with this movie.
Yeah.
Sam?
I didn't have anything.
Nor did I. So we're going to move on to hiding in the shadows. And I think we've kind of approached a lot of my hiding in the shadows. So I was going to start this category off, but as we went through the film, we talked about a lot of the ones that I had. So we'll move into Mike. What did you have for hiding in the shadows?
My first one is just, again, it's part of the Tarantino universe, but it's the same sheriff as Kill Bill and Death Proof.
Oh, yeah.
And then also the big kahuna burgers that he brings back to the motel room. So it's just like those little referential things
Right.
they had. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. And then one little detail I'd noticed, and I didn't know where to put it, but it's when the stripper vampires are approaching the family. And there's 4 of them.
Stripper vampires.
And 3 of them are topless and sexy still.
Yeah.
And then one is like saggy, rotten, like almost the woman from the bathtub in The Shining. It's like, why is one of them?
Yeah, why was one of them still hot and the other ones were all like
No, 3
weird?
were hot.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I was like, who? This poor Gollum looking chick is just out here next to these hotties. I have that somewhere in my notes.
Next to these hotties.
Yeah, I was like, what did she do? Who'd she piss off?
You're gonna be the gross one, and then the rest of them are gonna be super hot. Yeah,
Like, it's like you've got to put this woman in.
yeah,
She was one of the like less than pussy.
that's right. Equal or lesser value. Sam, what did you have for hiding in the shadow?
A couple of mine we've already talked about, just like you, Chad. My biggest question, I know I said it before, was I don't understand why they all died differently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then why some were goopy and black and some were green when they exploded. Some lit on fire. The main chick glowed, like she glowed blue when she died. So I just didn't really understand.
Yeah,
why.
some turned into like a gelatinous blob.
Yeah.
And then others,
One
were
lit
on fire. Like Quentin Tarantino's character, Richie, there, when they stabbed him, like his torso died, but they ripped apart his legs and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I had that question as well. Like, why were some exploding and why were some, fizzling out kind of thing. So
Burning suddenly or burning all at the same time because it was funny.
Yeah. That was it.
What's convenient to the story? Yeah, alrighty. Now we're going to go into our Fright Done Right. Sam, what did you think about this? Was there anything that did vampire movies or pussy movies better?
I think for a vampire movie, it's decent. Like, I think there was a lot of vampires. I did like the different looks of the vampires as well. Like, they all were kind of like different, which was kind of cool.
Yep.
I didn't understand, like I said, there's a couple of flaws in like how they were killed with the shooting and like how they died, like the gloop and the lighting on fire and those types of things. But I think all in all, it did a pretty good job for a vampire flick, even though the first half isn't really that.
Yeah.
I can't really think of anything. It kind of gave me like Dawn of the Dead vibes a little bit.
Yeah.
Towards there. Overall, I thought it did a pretty decent job overall. But,
Yeah.
Yep.
I agree.
Mike, how about yourself for Fright Done Right?
So I kind of split the film into a few different things because I was seeing about like, 2 brothers after a bank heist on the run. I think this movie does a really good job with that. But it also reminded me of Good Time with Robert Pattinson, where it's him and his brother after a flawed, botched bank heist and getting away from the cops and through one night of trying to escape. And I think they're comparable. Good Time is like sort of mistakes that were made, and this one is more menacing. So they're equal, I guess. And then overall, though, I just recently watched Sinners, the Ryan Coogler film with Michael B. Jordan, and they're paralleled very, like they're very paralleled, where it's like 2 brothers come back to an area, they're trying to reestablish or make their fortune / rob a bank. And Sinners, same thing. Like the first hour and a bit of the movie, it's actually very Tarantino-esque, where it's just like these 2 cool guys in the southern United States establishing themselves. And then it gets to the juke joint that they're opening, and then it becomes this like musical vampire attack in one building to fight for your survival.
Oh, no way.
Similar to the way this is.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Really?
And I've heard it's a pretty good movie, I've heard. Yeah.
I don't know. I was talking to somebody, I was like, it didn't do it for me. And they're like, well, it's basically From Dusk Till Dawn. I was like, huh. It is, but I feel I enjoyed From Dusk Till Dawn more. There was a few choices that were made in Sinners that just took me out of the film.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, for me, this is a weird movie. It's hard to judge because if you're talking about bank heists first, like you said, Sam, it is like almost 2 movies. You have your first chunk, and then you have your action movie chunk, your horror movie stuff. So if you're talking about vampires, as far as that goes, like I thought this did a good job of being locked in and being scared. Bank heists, I mean, you have Heat, you have Reservoir Dogs, you have a ton of these other bank heist movies that I think focus on that section longer.
Yeah.
Which obviously then makes it, I think, a little bit better as far as those go. But this still did a very good job of showing these guys in desperation trying to get out.
Mm-hmm.
And while one of them's definitely messed up and making all these mistakes along the way while they're trying to get to freedom.
Yeah.
And they obviously still love each other. Like, what's George Clooney's character's name? Seth. Yeah. He puts up with all the shit. Like, how many times did, if he would have just got rid of Richie, pretty sure he would have got out of there scot-free pretty easily, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's because of him that whole liquor world thing went up. It's because of him that his one and only hostage got
destroyed.
Literally,
and it's so I think it did a really, really good job with that guy, and it's a fun film to watch. So I liked it for a mix of horror / action bank robber type thing. I think it did a good job.
Yeah, I would agree.
And with that, we're going to move into our bonus features. Sam, what did you have in your research?
Salma Hayek has a fear of snakes, and she refused to be around them. She knew that her phobia would prevent her from taking the part, so she spent 2 months with therapists to help overcome her fears.
Yeah, it's crazy. Because if you're phobic, having that snake all over you would just
crazy. And she did so well with it. You couldn't tell that she was like super uncomfortable at all. And then for her dance scene with the snake, she did not have a choreographer for that dance. So she wasn't told what to do. According to her, she said, can't choreograph what the snake is going to do when it's around your neck. So the director just told her to feel the music and dance to it. Rodriguez did the same tactic with Jessica Alba in Sin City and just said, feel the music and the vibe while you're doing it. So
I had the humorous line, "No thanks, I've already have a wife," was improvised by George Clooney. Director Robert Rodriguez never intended it to be in the final cut, but after the studio included the line in a trailer, he felt obligated to include it in the film. I also had green blood was used for the vampires to get the movie past the censors.
Oh, okay.
Which is why you had some that were green and some that were...
What was this movie rated? Would have had to have been R, just based on the nudity in the States.
It would have had to be.
Maybe R, but they probably would have had an X rating then.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Or NC-17.
Yeah.
Okay, and Mike?
So starting off with the budget of $19 million, it had a box office worldwide of 59.3, so did fairly well. I didn't know this until just researching, but the franchise is 3 movies, a video game, a comic book, collectible figurines, and a TV series.
Wow.
I knew there was a second, but I didn't know there was,
I might have remembered the second, but I didn't know there was a TV series and a third and all that rest.
Wow.
Yeah. Kind of interesting, dark. The movie was banned in Ireland following the Dunblane and Port Arthur massacres, 2 mass shooting events in Ireland. Those happened a couple of months after the film's release, and the ban was only lifted in 2004.
Wow.
When it was on home video. Yeah.
Wow. Sam?
Due to the heavy number of special effects, the film had to be budgeted so scenes would not have to be cut. This meant that only 6 full vampire bodysuits could be made for the climax. So when they have that big scene with all of them looking back, and they needed, of course, dozens of vampires. So the same 6 actors play all of the vampires getting killed over and over again.
Oh, wow.
I know. In some shots, dummies were made for shots where the vampires exploded, as well as puppets used for certain shots where it placed the background along with the cardboard cutouts to create the illusion of a large host of vampires.
Oh, wicked.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. And then before George Clooney was cast, there were a ton of other actors considered for the role of Seth. Just a couple here, like John Travolta was one of them, Christopher Walken, Robert De Niro, Jeff Goldblum, James Woods. All of these people passed. There's more too. I just didn't write them all down, but they were all passed over due to scheduling conflicts. And the only person that outright declined the role was Travolta. He said he had no interest in doing a vampire movie and he chose to do Pulp Fiction instead. Which,
well, that worked out for him.
Yeah, it worked out well for him. But I think, I don't think I could picture him in, maybe. Yeah.
He just doesn't have...
He's just so like, I don't know. Like he's just.
I swear we're gonna die.
That's just it. Like Clooney is fucking cool.
Yeah.
He's a cool character. He delivers it well, and he's a lovable guy. But there's a crazy in his eyes.
He's believable.
Yeah.
And he's like, he seems like kind of a no nonsense this is what we got to do.
Yeah.
John Travolta, I think, would have hammed that up and really overacted that part.
I think so too.
Where it would have just seemed laughable.
I got a wife. Oh.
Yeah.
I've got a wife. Yeah.
Like in Face Off or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
like he can be good, but he can also be not
So
good.
Yeah.
So bad.
So, yeah. Well, that's interesting. Okay. I had a couple. Quentin Tarantino was originally set to direct the movie, but decided not to so that he could focus more on the screenplay and his role as Richard Gecko. And I had one more that was the band in the Titty Twister is Tito and the Tarantula, featuring Robert Rodriguez. The lineup also featured Oingo Boingo,
Oh.
drummer, and Johnny Vatos Hernandez.
Cool.
I'm done.
All right.
Go, Mike.
Just interesting. A scene was filmed featuring a makeup effect where one of the stripper vampires has her stomach open into a large mouth before shoving a victim's head into it and getting it bitten off. The effect was so the effect was so graphic that even Tarantino didn't want to see it, which is insane.
Yeah.
In the script, and this is interesting because it's a reference to like Groucho, the Marx movies where it's just like Groucho does something funny. But the first scene where the vampires reveal themselves and a massive battle ensues was simply marked in the script as "all hell breaks loose." So like that.
Sorry.
I don't know. As an actor, though, it'd be like, so what do I do?
Yeah.
Interestingly, the Ezekiel speech from Pulp Fiction that Samuel Jackson delivers, "You shall know my name is the Lord," was originally supposed to be Jacob preparing for his stand against the vampires.
Really?
But he moved it over to Pulp Fiction. So, and I think
Good.
it was a great speech, and I think it does more in Pulp Fiction.
I don't think it would have worked necessarily. Like,
It would have been an interesting switch with Keitel because he's lost his faith and now he's quoting scripture.
Yeah.
But it's just so cool when Jackson does it.
I would have liked to hear Keitel do it,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know if I love it in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like it's such a good speech in Pulp Fiction. It'd be interesting to hear it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to say,
Mhm.
right? But yeah, it's weird.
And then international titles, Brazil just called it A Drink in Hell.
Okay.
French Canada was The Longest Night. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah. France, One Night in Hell. Portugal.
A lot of hell.
Yeah.
Portugal was Open Until Dawn.
Okay.
Yeah. And Taiwan's was Evil Night Hunting Order. I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Well, those were okay. I
Yeah.
wouldn't say they were awesome, but moving on to our watchability scale. Sam, what would you give this out of 10 for our watchability scale here?
Oh, I really liked it. I'm just looking at our other ratings and seeing like, what's kind of comparable. I really liked this film. I'm kind of going between a 7 and an 8 for it. And a lot of our 8s are like more like kind of the classic kind of ones, but I think I'll go with a 7. I think it's worth checking out. There's some flaws in it. Might not be for everyone. Like I said, there's 2 movies, but I think it's well done. So I'm going to go 7.
Mike?
I kind of was the same, like 7 or 8, 7 or 8. But I think I'm going to give it the 8.
Oh,
I thought you were going to go it. I thought you were going to solidify me with the 8. But
I looked at our 8s and I was like, The Shining is our 8, American Werewolf in London. And even like, I was like, because I went in my notes it's 7/8 and I was like, oh yeah, but I'll stick with the 7.
I really liked like that first half, that bank heist escape film was amazing. And again, I could have had from that opening 15 to 20 minutes, I probably could have had 30 one-liners written down. It was just so well written, so well done. The menace that Tarantino brings in that role is crazy for him knowing what he does as an actor. So good. And then the vampire side of it was fun. It's an 8. I think it's definitely worth checking out, but it's not perfection.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hearing both of those, like listening to what our other 8s were.
That's the only thing that deterred me.
Yeah. It's hard to like, I don't know if I'd rank this up there with The Shining or
That's what made me
ones.
not put it in.
Because it is a good film, but I don't think it's up there with those ones. So yeah, I'm gonna.
It is, but
but yeah,
that's
like
fine.
Going in,
you can think it is. I mean, just for the things like with the vampire stuff, like with the stuff we talked about, the things that deterred us with that. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to go with a 7. I'm going to go with Sam, and I'm going to put it at a 7. If I could give it a 7.5, I would. But
that's kind of what I was
I'm
like
just
too. I
gonna
was
do-
like, 7 doesn't seem like enough for it, but 8 seems like too much when I'm comparing it to Amityville Horror, The Shining, and what we have at 8 right now.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I don't know. Like, and 2, like, I hate saying it because I know the horror part was like the second half, but the first half, I think we all liked a bit better. Like,
yeah.
See, and I'm looking at our 7s, like Videodrome, Poltergeist, The Fly, Child's Play. I think this one has a step up. So I guess, that's why you both want that 7.5.
And then, but the 7.5 here, if we look at those, Evil Dead, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Dead Alive.
Yeah, I think that's fair. It slots into that category.
Yeah, so we'll be with those ones.
Yeah.
Mathematically, it will now because...
Perfect.
Yes. Well done.
There we go. Winner.
I saved it from being only a
yay,
7.
Good for you, Mike.
Good job. I came in being like, yeah, and then I don't know.
All right, and with that, thank you very much for listening to us. Remember to follow us on Instagram. We are at ScreamStreamPod. Stop by our website, screamsandstreams.com, where we have the information about our episodes, descriptions of our categories, links to our research, our watchability scale, and a page where you can recommend movies you want us to discuss. Please rate, comment on, and subscribe to our show on any of the platforms where you get your podcasts. Until next time, this has been Chad and
Mike
and
Sam.
Scare you later.